This presentation will be exploring Hexagram 41, decrease or diminishing, downsize somewhat, by James Byrd, part of the Future 2027 series, Hexagram 41, decrease or diminishing. Hexagram 41 referred to as decrease or diminishing presents a fascinating idea that encourages us to believe into the significance of reduction and restraint. Within the framework of the 2027 series, it's the future 2027. This hexagram acts as a prompt to concentrate on what is genuinely important by letting go of super, superfluous, superfluous. It highlights the notion of discovering strength not through accumulation, but through simplicity and clarity. I highlight the next point. Our guide, James Byrd, MBA, leverages his expertise to help us grasp how embracing decrease can pave the way for a more intentional and meaningful future. As we move forward, reflect on how releasing the unnecessary can reshape your own journey. Looking at introducing Hexagram 41, principle of strategic reduction and discipline. In the I Ching, Hexagram 41, known as decrease or diminishing, serves as a fundamental principle for strategic reduction and discipline living, applicable in both leadership and personal life. This hexagram underscores the importance of simplifying and scaling back somewhat to enhance clarity and effectiveness. It suggests that by purposely reducing excess and honing in on what truly matters, one can foster inner strength and resilience. The message is clear. Consciously reducing, we create room for growth and renewal. In leadership, this means prioritizing essential objectives, that is, and eliminating distractions, cultivating an environment where sincerity, perseverance lead to success. By embracing the principles of decrease, we recognize that small, genuine contributions and consistent effort hold more significance than grand displays, ultimately leading to enduring success and harmony. The Oracle, Sun, decrease, diminishing, the lower trigram, lake, upper trigram, mountain, normal occurrence, water off the mountain creates a lake. Arca is an integral part of understanding Hexagram 41, which symbolizes decrease or diminishing. This concept is represented by two trigrams, lake or door at the lower level and mountain, chin at the upper level. Combination of these two elements suggests a harmonious balance between joy and stillness. Joy and stillness. The lake, with its fluid nature, is contrasted by solid and stable mountain. This imagery invites us to consider how decrease isn't necessarily negative. It can lead to growth if approached with the right mindset. Emphasize further, Oracle encourages us, that is, to reflect on what truly matters and to embrace minimalism in both thought and action. By doing so, we find peace and clarity even in times of reduction or loss. Judgment, decrease plus sincerity equal good fortune. Small offerings are enough. Perseverance matters. At 10%, exploring Hexagram 41. The judgment emphasizes the power of reduction with sincerity. Smile with it. Decrease in good fortune. Genuine intent in reduction leads to favorable results, highlighting the importance of authenticity and authentic small offerings. Even minor contributions can have significant impact, focusing on intentions over scale. The 10% perseverance, commitment to simplifying to lead to success, reminding us to release the old for the new growth, intention over size. Success arises from sincere actions, showing that small mindful steps create substantial progress. Journey of decrease, finding focus while shedding excess, brings clarity and purpose, allow for graceful navigation through life's complexities. In conclusion, these insights encourage balance through intentional reduction, downsizing, leading to growth and good fortune. The image. With the image, we're looking at lake at the foot of the mountain. This, we want to control anger, restrain instincts, emphasizing, we're emphasizing emotional discipline, internal control during challenging times involves recognizing that true power lies in restraint and focus, developing intelligence. Emotional intelligence helps navigate obstacles and turn setbacks to growth opportunities through discipline, inner work, such as meditation, qigong. Resilience is built guiding progress amid adversity. Embracing simplicity is crucial during reductions. Focusing on essentials fosters liberation and renewal. Is what we're after. Aligning decisions with core values enhances resolve and integrity, inspiring others. Simplifying approaches encourages innovation and adaptability, promoting personal and collective growth. Moving forward, core interpretation that we see strategic loss is not failure. Reduction creates balance. The use of being efficient somewhat strengthen the weak. That we're talking about being effective. In this slide, we're exploring the idea of core interpretations. Let's delve into three key points here. First, concept of strategic loss. It's important to understand that not every loss is a failure. Sometimes letting go or reducing certain aspects strategically can pave the way for greater success. But displacement. Next, consider how reduction creates balance. By trimming excess, you can create a more harmonious and efficient environment, whether in your personal life or within an organization. You see downsizing. This balance is crucial for sustained success. We're talking about not short term but long term equals the same sustained success. Long term. Finally, let's focus on the idea of strengthening the weak. You identify and support weak, weaker areas, not only ballistic the overall structure, but also build resilience. That's what we're after. This approach can transform potential vulnerabilities into strengths. So at this point, Positive nod. Remember this. These strategies are about seeing the bigger picture, making thoughtful, intentional decisions for growth, moving forward, talking long term. Leadership insight, cut complexity, simplify systems, empower others. It's leadership insight. In this slide, we're focusing on the essentials of leadership insight, on the essentials of leadership insight of cutting complexity. That's complexity. First, let's talk about the importance of simplifying systems. Systems are streamlined, I say somewhat streamlined. It makes it easier for everyone to understand and engage with them. This doesn't just make processes more efficient, it also reduces frustration and increases morale among team members. Get it all ironed out. Second key point is empowering others. Share the wealth. Delegating, that's delegating tasks and responsibilities. We not only foster trust, but also encourage growth and innovation within the team. Sharing accountability. Finally, remember that cutting complexity and simplifying systems isn't about doing less. It's about being more efficient, effective, and strategic in our approach. This leads to a more cohesive and empowered team ready to face challenges. To close down this slide, I want to make note that each of these steps help us to not only lead more effectively, but also to create an environment where everyone can thrive. Walking along concept. One, equal clarity. Two, equal alignment needed. Three, equal complexity. Very difficult at the beginning. Three. Two, about one absorbing and complementing the other. One, creative, making clear, creative decisions, exploring decision making efficiency. That's the impact of too many voices. There are numerous voices involved decision making, in the decision making process. That is, it often results in confusion and inefficiency. Each additional opinion brings its own set of priorities, biases, and viewpoints. complicating the journey toward a clear resolution. This good model would be the legislature branch of the government. Many voices coming to a resolve by voting toward resolution. And go on to say this abundance input can lead to analysis paralysis. That an overwhelming amount of information hinders the ability to identify the best course of action. So like Congress, legislative branch, that is to enhance decision-making efficiency, organizations should consider streamlining process and limiting the number of participants. The lower the number, the quicker the decisions. This approach does not entail dismissing valuable insights. Instead, it emphasizes prioritizing the most relevant and impactful contributions. By doing so, leaders can cultivate an environment that promotes efficient and effective decision making, ultimately resulting in more cohesive and strategic outcomes. You don't want to add nothing that's off the wall, but we're building toward a resolution. Must be something that complements what we're talking about right now, not something that's offbeat, off topic. Keep on topic, never off topic. Because it's a bottleneck in the decision making complexity that is. Decision making principle. Fewer voices equal faster clarity. Reduce noise, focus, direction. Stay on topic. Off topic causes a waste of time. Waiting for someone to say you're off topic. In this slide, we're discussing a crucial decision making principle. Your voices lead to faster clarity. First key point is that if we limit the number of voices in the decision making process, we can achieve clear, more decisive outcomes. This doesn't mean excluding important perspectives, but rather being intentional about who is involved. Stay on topic. Next, we should aim to reduce noise. In a world filled with constant information and input, it's vital to filter out distractions and to focus on what truly matters. This, we're talking about information, information overload. And this ensures that our decisions are based on significant data, not just background chatter, creating clamor for no reason at all, other than off topic. Finally, focus on our direction is imperative. Honing in on specific goals and objectives, we can streamline our efforts and work more efficiently. Staying on topic. This principle is about directing energy where it will have the most impact. Conclude this slide here. Confident tone. Applying these principles, we can enhance our leadership effectiveness and drive meaningful progress moving forward. Don't want to get caught up in that net stagnation. Emotional discipline. Pause before reacting. Control the impulses. Act with intention. Connecting emotional control to improve outcomes in our high pressure situations. That's what we're talking here. In intense circumstances, the ability to manage emotions can greatly impact decision making quality, ultimately resulting in a more favorable outcome. And emotions are effectively regulated. Leaders can think more clearly and make rational choices, allowing them to navigate complexities with confidence. This emotional resilience helps cultivate a calm atmosphere, enabling teams to concentrate on their goals without giving it giving in panic or anxiety. Want chaos. People ever getting out of that stagnation. Now then, by remaining composed, leaders also instill confidence within their teams, which is essential for sustaining morale and productivity during difficult times. To maintain productivity, not stagnation. This clarity of vision streamlines processes, ensuring that every decision aligns with the overarching goals of simplifying operations and minimizing waste. Stay on topic, come to a correct resolution. And consequently, organizations can better ensure, or should I say, endure challenges such as budget cuts and restructuring, emerging stronger and more focused on their core competencies. BIA downsizing, budgets cuts, and restructuring, process re-engineering. Business applications. With business application, we see budget cuts, I said, restructuring, simplifying operations, eliminating waste. All this is a part of process re-engineering, applying decision-making principles to businesses. It's crucial to understand how they can influence real-world applications like budget cuts, restructuring, simplifying operations, and eliminating waste, swankage. We're looking at first, let's consider budget cuts, taking care of resources. These require careful analysis to ensure that reductions do not hinder essential functions, does not affect productivity. The goal is to streamline expenses while maintaining operational efficiency, being more effective. Next, restructuring can help a business adapt to new challenges or opportunities. Process reengineering. This involves rethinking the organizational structure to enhance performance and agility. Remember, key is to focus on areas that will drive the most value and being somewhat effective or being efficient. Simplifying operations is about eliminating unnecessary complexity. By doing so, you can improve productivity again and reduce errors, ultimately leading to a more agile and responsive business model, quick to make decisions. Finally, eliminating waste is crucial for maximizing resources. Two things to pay attention to: team members and resources. This involves identifying areas of redundancy and inefficiency, then implementing strategies to optimize processes. By, by integrating these applications, businesses can become more efficient and resilient, positioning themselves for long-term success. That's what we're after. We emphasize the importance of clarity and intention in each of these points. Budget cuts, restructuring, simplifying operation, and eliminating waste. Process re-engineering. Leadership actions. We move towards the end of this presentation. What we should do, leadership action. Cut excesses, strengthen core, communicate clearly, stay calm. EQ. In this slide, we're focusing on the key leadership actions necessary for navigating change effectively. Again, look at process re-engineering, First, cutting excess involves identifying areas in your operations or strategies that are no longer serving your goals. This means taking a crucial or critical look at resources, processes, or even personnel that do not contribute positively to your objectives. Next, strengthening the core is about reinforcing what truly matters. This could be your core team, essential projects, or fundamental values that define your organization. By doing so, you endure, or should I say, you ensure that your foundation is solid and resilient moving forward. An essential part of this is to communicate clearly. Let that be your objective, foremost objective, to communicate clearly. Clear communications help to align everyone with the new direction and minimize misunderstandings. Transparency and clarity are vital in maintaining trust and morale during times of change. Lastly, it's crucial to stay calm. As a leader, your demeanor sets the tone for the entire team. Remaining composed amidst uncertainty not only helps in making rational decisions, but also reassures your team. You don't want to create chaos with unnecessary clamor. You always stay calm and encouraging during these somewhat times during process re-engineering. Closing reflection. This we're talking to subtract is to strengthen, to reduce is to clarify, master reduction equals control. As we come to the close of our discussion, I'd like to reflect on some key insights we've covered so far today. First, consider the idea that to subtract is to strengthen. By removing what's unnecessary, we fortify the core competence of our operations and strategies. That is, this principle allows us to focus on what truly matters and drive greater impact moving forward. Next in line, to reduce is to clarify. That is, to reduce is to clarify. When we streamline and simplify, we create a clear path forward. This clarity not only aids decision making but also enhances communication across the board. Finally, mastering reduction equates to gaining control by being deliberate in what we choose to eliminate from the downside. We assert control over our processes, ensuring that they align with our goals and values. And already, the mission statement. Now then, take this time out. I ask you to please subscribe to this channel. Talk about future 2027. Getting there. It's a series explaining the obvious hexagrams that apply for each day. Something like an almanac. Each day have definite meaning on a record. It's on the turntable. We're getting there. So thank you for your attention today. And I encourage you to take these reflections back to your teams. Let's strive to make our operations leaner, cleaner, more focused. I ask you to smile with it.